That's so true. So many of us live with our fears.
Yes.
We work hard, we grinding, but that's because we're afraid of being broke, which I've been there before. I've been in a position where I got mortgage due and I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
So you're like, you know, I gotta have 2 jobs. I gotta do these things versus being like, okay, God gave me a vision of a business.
Yeah.
He gave me ideas of what I should be doing.
Yeah.
And I can't get that done because I got a backpack of fear on.
Right.
Yes.
Versus, you know what I'm saying? That's holding me down. And sometimes, and I said backpack because most of the time they say luggage and all this other stuff because you can see yourself picking up your luggage. That backpack be on you all the time. And you just be like, I'm so afraid. I got to keep grinding. I kind of keep grinding. And as business owners, grinding is like that word, like that buzzword. I'm hustling, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
But it's just like, speak something into your life. Have a vision of what you want your life to be and let that propel you forward.
I see something, it's coming up on the horizon. Oh, let me clear my head and get rid of the distractions. Oh,
Okay, good. Hello,
ladies.
Hey.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, we're about to go into a
Charlie.
I'm about to go
Last
into
name Wilson. First name Charlie.
Okay, that's that.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what music was. Okay,
On point.
time. All right, ladies, how are y'all doing?
We're doing good. How about you?
I'm doing really good. You know, it's just been a crazy couple of days.
Okay.
And I had to kind of get my mind right before I got here today. I had to get my mind right, get my energy, get my mood right. And I was thinking to myself on the drive, like, what are some of the things that you guys do? Like when you wake up, especially as, being businesswomen, we're not always going to have, like with Publix where it says where shopping is a pleasure. Listen, you don't always feel it.
Yeah.
But how do you get yourselves there? Like, what are some of the things that you guys do, in the morning if you kind of woke up and you're like, ugh, not today. How do you get out of that funk?
Well, for me, I do a lot of morning affirmations, and I've been reading a lot of self-help and wellness books.
Okay.
I recently read the 5 a.m. Club.
Oh, nice.
So unfortunately, I haven't been able to wake up at 5 a.m. But I'm getting there.
Yes.
So I wake up at 6:45.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
good.
normally go to work until like 8, 9 o'clock. So what I do is like the first 15 minutes, I say my prayer. I give thanks to God for all the blessings. That's very important.
Absolutely.
And then I have my affirmations that I do. Most of them are like another 15 to 20 minutes. And then I try to like write down my goals that I have. And then what I'm starting to do now is do daily goals. Because I find that because I always have so many things to do, I'm always...
Yeah.
Even though I wrote down my goals, I've given myself daily goals,
Okay.
daily things that I need to accomplish. And that helps me flow through the day a little bit easier.
Awesome. I love that. What about you, Sasha? What do you do?
Music. I'm starting with some music. I have like a playlist called Good Morning Vibes, and most of it is Christian music, gospel music, and some of it is more pick me up, and some of them is a little bit more mellow worship type music, and it just kind of like I know I'm having a good day when I remember to like, let's just play some music right here. And then I have like this 9 poses. It's literally simple 9 yoga poses that I do. Stretch my body real good because, we stand on our feet all the time. And I know that that's a good day. But I'm always trying to start out with a prayer. At the bottom, I'm at least like, Lord, when my eyes open up, I'm like, okay, I done woke up today. Thank you, Lord, for this breath. You know what I'm saying? But, at my most, I'm trying to get that music in. I'm trying to get a prayer in. I'm trying to get a Bible verse in. I'm just trying to get something in. I have a couple affirmations that I probably need to start saying them. I have a mirror near my bed, and I just have like sticky notes, kind of like being Mary Jane. She had that. And it's just like little things that I know that I want for my life, a vision that I have for my life. And as I see these things, I'm like putting them up there. And so I'll get a chance to like read those in the morning and get my day started.
That's really, really
awesome.
good. I like, I do a little bit of both of what you guys say. I do like a daily devotional, and it's just an app on my phone where I could kind of pray. And just, again, it's a reminder. We could always look at the cup half empty, right?
Right.
When things aren't really going our way or where we're faced with certain challenges. But then when you look at all the other blessings, you know, just the breath of life. And even like when I'm driving to work or just heading out the door, once I get to that outside and I just look up at the sky and I'm just like, oh my gosh, another day. Here we are. I'm here. And, you know, I'm able to experience this. I'm grateful. So it does kind of change my mood. Just it's just a reminder that it's okay to not be in the best space all the time.
Right.
But just don't stay there for too long. Don't live in there, you know. Don't let it
It's okay to not be okay.
Yes,
Right.
it's definitely okay not to be okay, but you don't want to stay in that space for too long. Always remind yourself, even if it's the smallest things, they make a world of difference. We don't even take time to really like the work that our body is doing daily to keep us going. Like, thank you, body. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. So yeah. I love everything that you guys said. So it feels good to know that we're not in it alone. We're all in this together.
Yes,
and there's different ways and different things that we can do to better ourselves, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, right? And physically, because you're doing the yoga too. So that's really good. You get those limbs nice and stretched. Get very flexible. But anyway, so today's topic is, I feel like I say today's topic every day, so I'm gonna let somebody else say. Can one else tell us what today's topic is? Thank you.
Manifest that shit.
Ooh.
Okay? Manifest that shit. I mean, I know it's like the buzzword of the day, and somebody who I am a professed Christian, you know, I've always felt like we've always been taught to like speak things into existence. So it's not a new concept to me, but now it's been like changed and transformed into something new and manifested. Manifested. And it's something that, and I had brought up a quote, this guy named Gay Hendricks, and please forgive me if I'm not saying it correctly. I have it on the board in the salon, and it says, use your vision to pull you forward in the future versus using your fears to push you. And that's just like a synopsis of what it was said. And I was just like, that's so true. So many of us live with our fears. We work hard, we grinding, but that's because we're afraid of being broke, which I've been there before. I've been in a position where I got mortgage due and I ain't got no money. So you're like, you know, I gotta have 2 jobs. I gotta do these things versus being like, okay, God gave me a vision of a business. He gave me ideas of what I should be doing. And I can't get that done because I got a backpack of fear on. Versus, you know what I'm saying? That's holding me down. And sometimes, and I said backpack because most of the time they say luggage and all this other stuff because you can see yourself picking up your luggage. That backpack be on you all the time. And you just be like, I'm so afraid. I gotta keep grinding. I kind of keep grinding. And as business owners, grinding is like that word, like that buzzword. I'm hustling, I'm grinding. But it's just like, speak something into your life. Have a vision of what you want your life to be and let that propel you forward.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? What are some things that, I mean, I know I just brought this quote to you, but do you look in your life and say, okay, I have a vision for something and it has made me go A, B, C, D, and moving forward, like how you say you write things down. You know, everyone has done a vision board, right? You know, cut up some magazines or whatever. But have you ever had an opportunity to like sit down and be like, this is my vision for my life?
I try to do that every year, right? And I have notes in my phone. And what I did was I created a section that it has like little check marks that you could check it off once you've accomplished it. So that's kind of what keeps me driven. And I think, you know, being from the Caribbean, for me, I don't know if it's like ingrained in us or where we got it from, but I just feel like I always feel like I have to make sacrifices. And that's one thing that has pushed me forward. Like, okay, don't buy this because you want to do this. To me, that's a sacrifice that I have to make to get to point A, B, C, D, E. So I don't see that as a negative thing though, right? But I do sometimes feel like it's a heavy burden to carry because there's always another sacrifice to make. So I feel like I'm at a crossroads now where the sacrificing is what has propelled me forward, what has pushed me forward. but why do I have to keep sacrificing? When am I going to get to that point where I don't have to sacrifice anymore?
Wow.
So that's what's been pushing me forward
Gotcha.
recently.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I grew up, I'm a Haitian girl, and I feel like, you know, just on social media, I feel like all of us have had the same Haitian experience. I was sheltered, you know, my parents were very like, don't touch this, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that. And you know, even when your parents tell you you could be anything you want to be, it's literally if you're going to be a lawyer, a doctor, or
a nurse.
That's when you can be everything you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
But anything outside of that, it was a little scary, you know, stepping out and saying, no, you know what, I'm going to do something a little different. And not only am I going to do it different, but I hope to have my support system rooting for me along the way. So there's definitely been times in building the business or going forward in my career where I've operated from a place of fear. I sell myself short. I've made myself small. And those are, I had to do a lot of unlearning, you know, throughout the years, unlearning and knowing that, you know what, it's okay if someone says no.
Right.
It's okay if I fall down. It's okay if I don't get it right the first time. Because, like you said, God gave me this vision.
Right.
I'm going to keep pushing forward to it. You know, even deciding to do this podcast, we've come a ways, you guys.
It's been a long time.
We've come quite a ways. So I think it just speaks volumes, even with us sitting here together.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think anything happens before it's time, you know. God had to build us up individually to bring us together.
Right.
To be able to have the confidence and you have to really be sure of yourself in all aspects. When you're saying, I'm going to go off and do this.
Right.
Yeah.
And whether somebody likes it, whether you see the vision or not, it wasn't for you. It's for me. And I'm gonna go full throttle with it. So I had to do a lot of unlearning when it came to fear.
Right.
And choosing to manifest that ish.
Yes.
Really going in with the vision that God gave me. It's wild because it makes you nervous, but there's also this excitement.
Yeah.
Like you're like, wow, like I could really
Do
see
this.
myself like taking off,
Right.
you know? And what's the difference with us and somebody who has gotten there? It's just the fear.
Right.
That's it. It's not that we can't do it. We can. There's nothing we can't do.
Right.
But it's really, again, that mindset, those affirmations, those daily reminders, writing it down, making sure you're being proactive, checking off that list when you do. Because even when you're going through stuff, you're not even realize how much you've already done.
Yeah.
Man.
So when you look back, like Crystal
It's a
saying,
reminder.
and you're like, okay, I checked this, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I was just talking to our videographer, Jaleesa, like she didn't even remember when I first met her. She was assisting someone else. And I saw her and I was like, yo, you're actually better at this than, you know, all due respect, but you was actually better at this than what the person. She's manifesting something beautiful for herself. You know, our photographer, same thing. He's killing it with the reels.
Yep.
All
I'm not
right.
sick and tired of him on Instagram.
Okay. Always
y'all.
sending us
If it's
stuff.
one more reel, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
We love it. But it just goes to show, and then to surrounding yourself with that energy too.
Exactly.
Making sure you're around people who are building, you know, building you up, wanting to see you do your best. Because Kareem will surely tell us not to wear this, sit here.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Your time is out. Like, he's checking us, and we love it because it's like he sees the vision.
Right.
And he wants what's best for us. So
And I think that's
love
just
it.
such a beautiful thing when you meet people who can see your vision, because sometimes that's hard.
Yeah.
And so while we were talking earlier, I was thinking sometimes that's step one about having a vision is you gotta sometimes keep it to yourself. And I know that feels like so crazy to be like, you have a great vision, you're like, tell everybody, but sometimes you gotta write it down, make it plain, and make sure you can explain it and that nobody else can just pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you're ready and you're not around dream killers.
Yeah.
Because see, sometimes we're talking about manifesting something. It's hard to manifest something when you're around nothing but leeches and worms and snakes.
Wrong energy.
All of those people who are gonna suck the life out of
Absolutely.
something.
Life out of you.
You know what I'm saying? When you have a vision for your life and it's propelling you forward, think about a parachute. You know what I'm saying? When it's propelling somebody from hitting the ground, you don't want nobody that's gonna start putting holes
Absolutely.
into it. And sometimes we get people around us that aren't helping us build.
Yes.
Right? First of all, I want people who are gonna jump out the plane with me. Why?
That's
Because to manifest is to take a leap.
Yes.
right?
out on faith.
To step out on faith on
Where's
something
my church
different.
fan? Girl, the fan you giving it to us.
Right? And when you take a leap, you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. I know my hair is going everywhere.
It's cute.
It's cute. Thank you. Because I remember watching this amazing interview with Steve Harvey, and he was
it was
talking
really good.
about just have the right type of people around you. And every story he told, he was always talking about his team of people.
Yes.
It wasn't like, I'm Steve Harvey, I'm a millionaire because I did it all.
No.
He was
Right.
always told, you gotta have
You can't
people
do it by
around
yourself.
you.
Right.
And the people around you, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to have people who are what we call sycophants, brown nosers, or kiss asses,
Right.
who are telling you everything you're doing is correct. No, you have to have people who are, when I say put a hole in your dream, you don't want people who are going to put holes in your dreams and your visions, but you want somebody who's going to say, so you say you want to build $1 million building, but you only got $100,000.
Yeah,
How are you going to get that?
What's the plan?
Like what's the
Absolutely.
plan? How can I help you? Versus, oh, you never gonna get there.
that
That's
don't
too
make
much
no
money.
sense.
Yes.
But how can I get you? And sometimes people have those people in their life who are there to agitate them a little bit
Right.
and be like, okay, let me shake it up.
Yeah.
Let me see what this dream is really about. If it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it just takes such a level of discernment to find those people.
Yes.
And so, like, because people don't realize when you start talking about the words like manifest, and because it's a buzzword, people don't realize that there's such a spiritual piece to that. And that spiritual piece to it comes with having discernment about the people that are around you, understanding what your vision and your purpose in life is, and is your vision connected to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people got dreams and they want this, and it's like, it's not connected to your purpose.
And patience too. I'm gonna tell you something.
Come
Dreams
on
don't
now.
happen overnight, guys.
Right.
So many times you'll look at somebody and be like, "Dang, this person came out of nowhere." No,
they
They
didn't.
didn't. There's
They've
no
been
such
working.
thing.
They have
Behind
been
the
going
scenes.
hard in
Yeah.
the paint for so many years. We just didn't see it.
Right.
So now you see the blow up, and now you're thinking like, "Oh well, I could do this too." No,
And I think
you
too,
gotta put in the work, and you gotta be patient.
right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think too, in the world that we're living in now, it's so limited what we do actually see.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times people are not showing you where they started, where they are right now, and where they are right now. It's, oh, I have 50 billion followers. I just woke up and did that yesterday.
Yeah,
That
I woke
is-
up like this.
It's not the case for everybody.
Yeah.
But that's what's being sold to everybody. So when they're not achieving it, it brings them down and the fear engulfs them.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
it's hard to come out of that and be like,
Correct.
okay, how can I do this? How am
Yeah.
I going to achieve my goals? I know I'm always buying stuff and you guys are always talking about me, but I did come across
What now? What did you
Sorry.
buy?
I bought us each the 369 Project.
Okay.
It's a manifestation journal.
Aw.
Yes, because I want us to all be right. You know?
Yes. Thank you, Crystal.
You're very
That is so
welcome.
sweet.
I was gonna wait until it got here to tell y'all, but since we're talking about
Well,
this
I
today,
love me some gifts, honey. I'll
Okay.
take that right now. I'll take it.
it.
and you know what was so funny? I kept going back and forth if I should purchase it or not because I'm reading like so many things right now, doing so many things. One of my other close friends, we're doing a 365 day where we share everything that we do in the book. I'm not gonna share the book because she asked us not to yet.
Yes.
But I was on the phone and two of my big sisters, really close friends who have been in my life for a long time, they told me that it's a time of faith right now, right? And every day, I felt like something just kept poking me. Crystal, you need to do this. Crystal, you need to do that. You need to stand in your truth and just believe that you're on the right path.
Yes.
And I came across the journal and I was like, no, I don't need to do anything else right now. But you know how it is. You're thinking about something, you're speaking it out loud. I kid you not. I went on YouTube. There was a commercial for the journal.
There you go.
Wow.
I went on Instagram. There was a commercial for the journal. It just kept popping up.
Yep.
Right.
So I was like, no,
Let me go.
I have to get it. And then I thought of you guys and I was like, okay, we're all going to do it together.
Aw, that's
Yes.
so sweet.
So
Thank you,
manifesting
girl.
is a real thing.
It really is. It's a real
Yeah,
thing.
it's
And
very
like
powerful.
Sasha said, it's very spiritual too. So, so many key words I heard today. So many great words. Discernment. I mean, geez, Louise. Guys,
That's one of those words.
Gives me a little chill there. You know what I mean? Because it's real.
Yeah.
It is very real.
Right.
And the older you get, the wiser you get. You start to realize and look at life a little bit more, differently. So
For sure.
I think today's topic was super vulnerable. I
Oh,
think it was
yeah.
special, it was beautiful, and I really hope that our viewers or whoever is listening really got something from it. I know I did.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Thank you for sharing, ladies.
No
A lot of
problem.
times people share and we don't really realize like it comes from a deep place.
Yeah.
A deep place.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for sharing
No
today.
problem.
I really appreciate you all, and I appreciate where we're at on this journey together.
Yes.
I
Yes.
definitely don't think anything happens before it's time. God had to prepare us individually
Yeah.
to get us here.
I agree.
Yeah, listen, we've been talking about doing this for how long?
A long time.
Again, patience, discernment, having the right people, trying to even us getting this location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everything is done according to God's plan. I'm telling you guys. So,
Absolutely.
but it's been a great journey so
Yes.
far. So I'm
Excited
All
for
right,
where we're
guys,
about to be.
well, I mean,
where we're headed, where we're
manifest
going.
that shit, y'all. That's all I have to
Manifest
say.
it.
And I don't curse, so I'm gonna say manifest that ish.
Ish.
I love Jesus, but I curse a little bit.
I'm
And if
here
you
and
catch-
there, to be quite honest with you. Just depends on the day, Lord.
Lord.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Catch me
That's
wrong.
on that. Alrighty, guys. It was a lovely episode,
Yes.
and we will see you guys next time.
All right.
Bye.
Hey, nah, 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 nah. Delve into emotion. Leave us in this moment. Yeah.